Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about some newly shown items at Toy Fair 2019 in New York. And this time we have the kind of movie series line. Now I did make a separate video about this when the official images were shown, but now we have all of the figures on display and some good pictures of the figures on display. So I definitely wanted to talk about them, seeing them up close and seeing like the actual final product. So let's go over it. So first of all, we have the Iron Spider-Man. I do think that this looks quite nice. It looks like he has a nice shine to him. Not in the red so much, but definitely in the blue, which I like. And then the silver accents on his wrists look good. And then again, I'm really liking the look of the mechanical arms themselves. They're nice and big. Like I could definitely see them giving us like smaller versions and just calling it a day. I don't think anybody would really complain, but these are nice. These are nice and chunky pieces, which I think look really cool. They attach to him what it looks like is a ball hinge here. I believe there's one here and here. I don't think that's one. I think that that's just fake. So it's a little hard to tell the articulation, but I think that that's the articulation that's going to be in each of those arms, which is quite nice, I must say. Definitely quite a bit of articulation there. You can definitely see that these are ball hinge for sure. And then, yeah, I think that these two are them as well. But overall, looking like a nice figure. Again, would like a Tom Holland head sculpt with it, though. Don't know if we're going to get that. Seeing the Infinity War Iron Man here, this is quite exciting because something that I didn't notice is I thought that these little pieces were just kind of like separate pieces that you got. I didn't think that you'd actually be able to like attach it onto him and to like showcase that they're like flying behind him. I love the fact that he's got like this clear plastic piece that plugs into his back that attaches all those pieces. I think that's really cool, and I'm really glad that you're able to like display him with those. I think that looks very cool. And then the kind of pulse guns on his arms I think look quite nice, and as you can see his hands in the middle of them, and then the coloring just on the armor itself is really good. Nice strong metallic looking red and gold throughout his entire body, which is really nice. I'm glad to see that they're using some shiny paints. Yeah, just more angles. Looking really nice. I have to say, that's a good looking Iron Man. I definitely am looking forward to that one. Not quite part of the line that we're talking about, but overall I think that this does look quite nice, seeing Colossus and Juggernaut in package, or, you know, how they expect him to be in package. And then I believe that, is that the shield? Or is that just like a back piece that you can put on? I think that's the shield. That's cool, because I really do like the shield in the movie. And then we have Luis. This is very cool. I've seen his face sculpt in person. I think is better than the official image one. I do like the smile. It's got that kind of that cheesy yet sincere smile from him. I mean, like, he's got a very interesting smile, and I think that it's represented very nicely here. As you can see, he's wearing his suit that does say XCon on it. Just the suit proportions don't look great. I feel like their suits that they came up with are decent, but they're not perfect, and they're certainly not doing Luis any favors. He looks a little odd. It looks like he's got a really big chest and then these just very small arms. The shoulders need to be higher too. They're very low, so I'm not loving that. One thing I do love, though, is seeing that he does come with the accessory of that building that's collapsed, so he can be carrying that. I think that that is quite fun, and just a unique kind of nice accessory that he comes with. Looking pretty nice. You know, alone, I don't know if I'd get that one, but for Ghost, I definitely will. And then we have the Executioner. He's looking nice. Well, here's the thing. Head sculpt-wise, like the expression, I can definitely like see the character, but I'm not big on the head sculpt itself. I don't think it really represents the actor, to be honest. Like, it's okay at best. I don't think it's great, though. The armor, though, I really do like. I like that really kind of, it's like a dark blue, but it's got like a metallic kind of sheen to it. Very nicely done, yeah, I'm liking the paint there. And the articulation looks pretty solid, especially in the torso. It looks like he has a nice cut, which is going to allow him to be able to articulate quite well, I think. Here's Ghost. Ghost is looking really nice. I've talked about her in person before. Now, my issue with her is that just in the like sections that are very clean, there's no articulation, or sorry, there's no texture, and there definitely should be. If you look at her costume, like this type of texture, like in a smaller scale, runs throughout the entire suit. So I would have liked to see that represented in some of the clean areas, and unfortunately, it looks like it's not, which is disappointing. And then also, I speculated on this because this arm doesn't seem to be fully plugged in. Now, that could just be because it's a prototype and they didn't fully snap it in, or there's an issue with that elbow or something. But I'm also kind of hoping that possibly she comes with an interchangeable right arm from the elbow down that's like invisible. I think that would be really cool too, just to kind of showcase her power. And then I think that it's 100% necessary that she comes with an alternative head sculpt, because she in the movie doesn't wear the helmet a whole lot. Like, she wears it for a few scenes, but a lot of the scenes she doesn't wear the helmet with the suit, so I would like to see that represented too. Going over better, just more pictures of her. I think she looks very nice. She's the one like true new villain that we're getting in this series, so I'm happy to see that we are finally getting her. Then we have Hela. This one comes with the Executioner, of course. This is looking nice. Like in person, you can really see how deep like metallic green that she's utilizing here. The original figure did not have this type of metallic green. It was definitely a lot lighter than this. This is darker and more metallic, and then the black is very strong and it's got like a shine to it. And then the head sculpt I do like quite a bit. It's obviously like her first walking out of the portal, first release from the underworld type of head sculpt, and I think it looks quite nice. A good smirk kind of going on, and then I like the accessory with her holding Milner. I think that that's very cool. I don't know if we get a good shot of her hand on it though, from a little bit from the under, but overall I think that that is very cool. I'm glad she has that. Oh, very cool. I didn't know this. Okay, I missed this. She does come with a secondary head sculpt with the full horns, and she's like angry. Awesome. I'm actually happy about that quite a bit. That's really cool. Okay, I didn't know that, so that just makes me even happier and definitely making this figure a little bit more worth it, I think. Then we have Peggy Carter. She's looking okay. Head sculpt-wise is decent, nothing fantastic. Just like I mentioned when I talked about like the official image of her, nothing's really changed in person. She looks just too clean. Just the wrinkles are more like dents. I'd like to see them stronger as like wrinkles, just so that it looks like she's wearing clothing. Because otherwise, it just looks kind of like a cheaper plastic toy, which is unfortunate. And it's certainly her very much World War II type of get-up here. Yeah. I'm not loving it, and then the skirt and then the legs. I don't know. She looks cheap to me. Like, this does not look like a Marvel Legends figure. It looks more like a 3 3/4-inch figure with, like, surprising articulation, essentially. So that's disappointing to me. Just, I'm not loving it. And then the Steve Rodgers, I'm also not loving either when it comes to the face sculpt, at least. Because, like I mentioned, with the Captain America and Crossbones 2-pack, that has one of the best Captain America face sculpts I've ever seen in a 6-inch line. I was very impressed with it. I think it looks spot on. It's absolutely spectacular. So for them to like go backwards on their next attempt is just mind-boggling to me. I don't know why. That doesn't look like Steve Rodgers. It doesn't look like Chris Evans. It's a bad head sculpt. One of the worst that they've done in a long time, I would definitely say, which is disappointing. The body itself is alright. Like, I do like the kind of jacket. It's a nice new sculpt and everything. And the helmet and shield are cool. But just like, as far as Hasbro's budget for these movie figures, like, I feel like this is really wasted here doing, because these are 2 new sculpts. Like, they certainly didn't cut corners in price when, like, making these figures. It's just like, you know, out of all your characters that you could have done, you had to go with these 2. I don't know, like, a new Suitcase Suit and Whiplash would have been a much more worthy addition to any collector's collection than these 2, in my opinion. I think that a lot of people would agree with that, because these 2 are just, they're disappointing. I definitely don't plan to pick them up. And it doesn't matter what angle you're looking at that head sculpt, it is not good. So that's how you know it's really not good, when no angle is flattering. Yeah, that's definitely a shame. And you get a lot of angles here. Yeah, they're like, they keep taking photos, like, maybe it'll look better this way. Nope, it doesn't. And then the last 2-pack, I believe it's the last 2-pack, yeah, it's the last one, is the Grandmaster as well as Korg. This is the pack that I'm most looking forward to, and I think that most people are going to be most looking forward to. The Grandmaster looks really nice. I think that from the Grandmaster, from like this angle, his face doesn't look amazing, but from the first image that we ever got of him from this event, his head sculpt looked really good. So he's the type of head sculpt that from certain angles he looks really spot on, and from some other angles he looks but it definitely does resemble Grandmaster or Jeff Goldblum from any angle, but there's certain angles that really make it look great. The body sculpt is 100% a new sculpt, which I think is really cool, and he's got such a unique costume that it's nice to see them like fully representing it. And I do like the fact that he does come with that staff. He doesn't use it very much in the movie, but it's cool to see him have it. Like, oh, right there. That's a solid head sculpt right there. I think when you're like looking up at it, it's a little when you're looking down at it though, it's really spot on. Very nice. I like it a lot. And then Korg, actually, I'm liking the face sculpt more and more every time I see it. The face sculpt's cool. I like that kind of, he's kind of talking, kind of smirking, like you can just hear Taika Waititi's voice coming out of that mouth, so I think that's really neat. But again, I do stand by what I said, that he's a little too thin. Korg he's a big guy in the movie. Like, there's no shot of him where he doesn't look super bulky, and this one looks a little skinny. Like, head sculpt wise looks fine. The body and the arms though just look skinny, which is disappointing because obviously it's not accurate, you know? down. They could have easily just bulked him up. But I think that he does look really nice. He does come with a weapon, which is cool. Unfortunately, it's not shown here, so I don't know if you're going to get it, but I'm really hoping that they do include Meek. But I don't think that they are, which is disappointing, I must say. He is taller than the Grandmaster, but not by a whole ton, to be honest. We get a better shot of him standing with the Grandmaster, like, level in a second. Here you go. So as you can see, like, he's bigger than the Grandmaster height-wise, but not by a whole ton, and he really should be, like, a fair amount bigger. So I think that they just got the size a little bit wrong for Korg, to be honest. But overall, I think that he looks like a great figure. Like, they're both 100% a new sculpt, and they both look great. Like, with all these other packs, sometimes they're 100% new sculpts, sometimes they're a new sculpt with, like, an older figure that's been retweaked, you know, and a lot of times, like, there's not usually a pack that you get with two characters that they haven't done before, so two characters that you definitely want a whole lot, and then both of them having completely new sculpts. Like, that doesn't happen too often. That is certainly the case here, though, the Grandmaster and Korg. These two look great, and I'm really excited for them, both on the character standpoint and the figure standpoint, because I think that they're just really nicely done. So yeah, looking forward to that Grandmaster and Korg. That's going to be a day one purchase. As soon as I see it in stores, I'm picking that up. Basically, the Captain America and Peggy Carter, definitely going to be a hard pass for me. Even on sale, that I don't think I'd pick it up on a sale, which is disappointing. The Hela and the Executioner is one that I will probably, you know, I'm definitely going to get it. I don't know if I need it, like, right away. I might wait for, like, some coupon from a website to get it. And then this Ghost and Luis. The Ghost figure I absolutely want, and if I could, I'd probably just buy Ghost on her own on eBay, like if there's a big enough discount for it. But if not, I'd be fine. I'd be happy to get Luis, just he's not one that I need in my collection, basically. So yeah, there you go. And oh, and then the Iron Man and Spider-Man, those two are definitely going to be ones that I need to get, but just character-wise, I have them both already. It's just the tweaked pieces about them make them really cool and special, so that's the reason that I'll be hunting them down, I think. So yeah, overall, really liking these two packs. I think they're looking great for the most part, and let me know what you guys think of them, and thanks so much for watching.